So this is Programming Challenge 4-3 for Introduction to Visual Studio or Visual Basic from Tony Gaddis and Kip Irvine for Shasta College, the fall semester 2019. So anyway, what we have here is, let's go back and look at it, what it says first. So we'll go here to what? Oh, that was a fat percentage guy. Oh, no. So this is software sales. Close that one, and software companies often offer their customers an option to lease software yearly or purchase it for a one-time fee. Also, they offer numerous add-on options as technical support, training, and cloud backup services. Your task is to write a program that offers the user these types of options using radio buttons and checkboxes. The sample is shown in figure 436. The prices you will use are listed in the following table below. Here's the table here. And this is what the form is supposed to look like. You got two group boxes here. And then this is a panel button or a panel box. And then you got your labels and your radio buttons and your check boxes. Then you got your buttons. All right, so let's see what I did here. So you put the group boxes on first. There's two. I just copied this one, and then I changed the licensing options for the group box, and then the optional features yearly on that group box. And then this is a panel. And then I made the radio buttons here. You got to remember each radio button is a Boolean. So it can either be true, and that's when it's checked, or it can be false, and that's when it's unchecked. So each one of those, and if it's in a group box, you can only have one radio box checked at any given time. So you can clear the radio boxes, but you have to have one of them checked. So and then with the check buttons, you can have one or two or three checkboxes checked at one time, but you don't have to. You might only need one checked or two or so. And that was the main problem with this program that I saw, was figuring out the logic for the checkbox, not the radio button box, but the checkbox. So anyway, this is what we did here. So we went down. I'm pretty sure I did. I always program the close button first because it's the quickest and easiest to do. So you close it, and the thing is, you could actually close it by taking this me statement out of here. But what the me statement says in Visual Basic, it's just closing that application. And if you did that with just close, it would work just the same. So it's taking whatever this form that you're working on, and everything in this particular form, and that's what the me expression expresses, is this particular form, and then you're closing it. So then you clear the result of the check boxes and the radio buttons. I see this is what you can make the radio buttons false, and after you clear them, and they'll come up without a check mark being checked. So then you would have to check it, which is exactly what I did here. So then we did the calculate, and these are the numbers I took from the table here. So the yearly lease was $5,000, the one-time purchase was $20,000, and I made them decimals because if you want them to look like currency or and I guess you could make it, and that's a different thing. But I made them in case you had to have a .00 at the end of them. That's why I made them decimals, and put all the numbers from the table in here, in the integers, and what they were going to be. This was just to remind me personally here of what the numbers were. So then I made the actual licensing as a decimal. the option. These are the for the check buttons, the check boxes, and then this is where I started doing the logic with the radio buttons. So the radio buttons are no the check boxes. I'm sorry. Oh no, these are radio buttons. So these are the yearly lease. So one of these is for yearly and one of these is for one time. And if neither one is marked, then a message box pops up. Please select a. That was one part of the programming challenge. It said to no, neither one is checked, to pop a message box to say that you need to select a licensing option. So in the second part, which is the check boxes, you have to figure out every combination of what check boxes can be checked, and that's what this did. So if the checkbox is checked, and I started out doing all of the checkboxes all being checked. So this is for the tech support checkbox and the on-site checkbox and the cloud computing checkbox checked. And you could take out the actual checked if you just put and checkbox. It was like, oh, if you put it checked, that means it's true. So you could put equals true after that, but you don't need to. So you got level 3 is 3,500, and then on-site, on-site training was 2,000, and cloud computing was 300. And then took that result of these three things and put them together here and put them in the optional result box. So I did that with, if there's only 2 of them checked, on site and cloud computing. So we're using an expression of the and expression here. So then we took it and we did, if the checkbox support is checked and the on-site is checked. So we did it for every combination. Checked and cloud is checked, then you only add these 2. Oh, whoops. That should be 3. See, I caught myself with an error right there. And then all the way down to if only the check support is checked, or if only the on-site is checked, or if only the cloud computing is checked. So we did it with all 3, then we did it for 2 of the 3, and then we did it with 1 of the 3. And then if nothing is checked, then we haven't selected any optional features checkbox. And then we put the optional result of those 3 values into the total of this is license. Optional result is of the checkboxes here. Those are your options. And we put optional result here. And then we put the deck total here, which is your yearly result, which is licensing result dot to text string. So that's that's what it's doing. And we did that up above and we did that here. So now we run it. So we got yearly lease and we got level 3. So we calculate it. So it's 5,000 for yearly lease and 3. It didn't say to put a total in the programming challenge, so we didn't. I would assume, or I shouldn't assume anything, but I would imagine that they would have a different spot for an actual total for everything. So yeah, I mean, you can even change it if you wanted to change it to one-time purchase and do on-site and then just do recalc. It'll recalculate it for you. So, and you can see how it works for all of them. So we change it to see. So it works for every single one of them correctly. And then we got our exit. So that was everything. Starts here. Declare all your variables. Then your radio buttons. Then you want your message box. If no radio buttons checked here. And then this is all your logic for all your check boxes here. So I started out with all 3 of them checked, which is this here. And then I put the results in there. And then I went slowly down to 2 of them checked. See, I took it out here. And then I put it in the optional result again. And then I started out with 2 other ones checked. Those 2. I put it in the result. Then I started out with the last 2 checked. And then I put it here. And then I put your option in the. So it's all the same. You just got to figure out what combinations are checked and what the result would be. So this is every single combination that can be checked. And this finally you get down to only 1 of them checked, and that's those 3 right there. Or if nothing is checked, you end up here. And then finally you got your total. That's your optional of your options. These are your checkbox options right here. And these is your licensing result totals. So this is the total of your licensing. So it's whether your licensing result plus your optional result. But we only use your yearly and your optional here. So I hope that does everything for you. And that's it for Programming Challenge. What did I say that was? 4 or 5 software sales for Visual Basic Programming for Shasta College by Anthony Gaddis and Kip Irvine. All right, I'll see you next time in another video.